If you've ever imagined someone watching you through smart glasses without knowing it, recording your face, tracking your eyes, logging everywhere you go, Apple just admitted that nightmare is way harder to solve than anyone thought. Apple's smart glasses project just got delayed, and the reason isn't engineering or money or manufacturing. It's privacy, not the abstract kind that lawyers debate. It's the visceral, terrifying kind of privacy violation that could turn a device on your face into a perfect surveillance tool. This matters to you for one simple reason. If Apple, the company that literally built its brand around protecting your data, can't figure out how to make smart glasses that don't turn you into a walking surveillance camera, then what does that say about the companies that are going to ship them anyway? The smart glasses race has been heating up for years. Meta's already pushing Ray-Bans with AI. Google, Amazon, and a dozen other companies are all working on the same technology. But Apple paused. They looked at what they'd built, looked at the privacy implications, and decided it wasn't good enough. That's not a tech delay. That's a confession. And the story behind it reveals something genuinely alarming about where consumer technology is heading and what it means for your privacy over the next decade. Apple's been working on AR and smart glasses for over a decade. It's one of the company's most secretive projects, hidden inside their labs with internal code names that barely ever leaked out to the public. The company had good reason to be secretive. Smart glasses are the next frontier. When your phone gets replaced by glasses that sit directly on your face, right in front of your eyes, that changes everything about what a computer can see, where you go, and who you're talking to. Apple wanted to get it right. They always do. They waited for the technology to mature. They waited for the market to be ready. They've been patient in a way that's almost unprecedented for a company obsessed with new products, letting other companies ship first, letting them make the mistakes, learning from what went wrong. But here's where it gets complicated. While Apple was waiting and perfecting, they realized something that almost nobody else was openly discussing. Smart glasses aren't just the next device. They're the ultimate surveillance device if they're not built with genuine privacy protection baked into every layer from the very beginning. An iPhone in your pocket can be turned off, put away, left at home. Smart glasses on your face, they're always there. They see everything your eyes see. They know where you're looking moment by moment. They know what captures your attention just by tracking your gaze. That realization changed everything. Let's talk about what specifically scared Apple's engineers and privacy teams so badly that they hit the brakes on a product that was probably years away from launch anyway. First, eye tracking. Smart glasses need to know where your eyes are pointing so they can render the virtual information in exactly the right part of your visual field. But eye tracking is biometric data. It's as personal as your fingerprint or your iris scan. It reveals what you're interested in, what you're staring at, what captures your attention in any given moment. That information is incredibly valuable to advertisers. Second, facial recognition. Any smart glass has a camera pointed at the world, which means it's pointed at other people's faces. It would record everyone you look at, capturing their faces, possibly running recognition on them in real time. Imagine the privacy violation, not just for you, but for every single person around you who has no idea they're being recorded and analyzed. Third, location tracking. GPS in smart glasses means Apple would know everywhere you go, everywhere you look, possibly correlating your gaze direction with real-world locations to build a detailed map of your attention and movement. Fourth, the aggregation nightmare. All of this, eye movement, location, facial data from other people, your attention patterns, gets fused together into the most detailed behavioral profile ever collected on a human being. That's not just privacy erosion. That's total transparency of the inner self, and there's no technical way to fix it once the data's already collected. Here's where the story gets genuinely interesting. Apple wasn't just worried about privacy in theory. They were worried about what would happen in practice when regulators and privacy advocates started looking at the actual product. The European Union has some of the world's strictest data protection laws. The GDPR doesn't just regulate how companies handle data. It regulates what kind of data collection is permissible in the first place. And smart glasses that are constantly tracking your gaze, recording faces, logging locations, that might not just be hard to comply with legally, it might be fundamentally incompatible with European privacy law. There's already precedent. When Google Glass launched in the early 2010s, people were furious. There were no laws against it at the time, but the backlash was immediate and fierce. People didn't want to be recorded without knowing it. Restaurants started banning glass. Privacy advocates launched campaigns. It was chaos. Apple watched that happen. They learned the lesson. And when they looked at what their engineers had built, glasses that were even more intrusive than glass, with better cameras and more powerful tracking and more sophisticated data collection, they realized the public backlash wouldn't just be complaints and lawsuits. It would be regulation. Privacy groups have been warning about smart glasses for years. They've published detailed threat analyses. They've called for baseline privacy standards before any company ships a consumer product. Here's the irony that nobody's really discussing out loud. Apple's entire brand is built on privacy. They're the company that fought the FBI. They're the company with privacy slogans in their marketing. They're the company that made every other company look bad by comparison. But here's what's actually happening right now. Every other company working on smart glasses is either not thinking about privacy at all, or they're making a strategic bet that users won't care as much as Apple thinks they should. Meta, formerly Facebook, is already shipping Ray-Ban smart glasses with AI. Meta, the company that got caught harvesting user data for decades. The company that wasn't transparent about data practices until they were forced to be. They're racing ahead while Apple's halting. Google is working on smart glasses. Google makes most of its money from advertising, which means their entire business model depends on knowing everything about you and everyone around you. Amazon, same deal. Their whole ecosystem is built on capturing and analyzing your behavior to sell you more stuff. These companies aren't agonizing over privacy ethics. They are shipping first and dealing with the consequences later. They are betting that privacy concerns won't kill the category fast enough to stop them from dominating the market and making billions. Apple's delay is a bet the other direction. If Apple's holding back, what does that mean for the entire augmented reality industry and the devices we're all going to be wearing in 5 years? One scenario is that Apple succeeds. They take 3, 4, 5 more years to solve the privacy problem correctly. They figure out architecture that actually protects your biometric data from being harvested. They ship something that's genuinely privacy-respecting. And then the entire market is forced to follow because Apple just set a new standard that users demand. That's the optimistic outcome. And it's possible Apple's done this before with privacy on iPhone, forcing the industry to come along eventually. But here's the alternative scenario that's keeping privacy advocates up at night. The rest of the market ships. Meta ships their Ray-Bans everywhere. Google launches their version. Amazon launches theirs. Startups launch 7 different versions. People get used to wearing a camera on their face constantly. People normalize having their eyes tracked and their surroundings recorded. The technology becomes normal before anyone's had time to think about the implications. And by the time Apple shows up 3 years later with their privacy-first version, the market's already been shaped by devices that don't respect privacy as a priority. In that scenario, Apple's holding back doesn't save privacy at all. It just cedes the entire future of AR to companies that don't care about it. There's also a third possibility. Privacy regulation gets real fast. So what should you actually do about all this while we're in this waiting period before smart glasses become mainstream? First, if you're already using smart glasses from another company, Ray-Bans, anything else, you need to understand what data's actually being collected from you. Go into the app right now. Look at the permissions it's asking for. Most of these apps are asking for location access, camera access, microphone access, everything. They're asking for permission to collect basically all of your data. Second, use the privacy controls. On whatever device you have, turn off location tracking when you don't need it. Turn off personalized ads in the app settings themselves. Don't let the manufacturer build a detailed profile of what you look at and where you go. It sounds paranoid, but this is foundational stuff that actually matters. Third, be really cautious about beta programs and early access. Companies love giving early access to products in exchange for basically letting them collect more data on you. If you're tempted to try early smart glasses, understand that you're essentially volunteering to be a data collection guinea pig for 3 years. Fourth, support privacy regulation. When you see news about privacy rules for AR and smart glasses, pay attention. These aren't abstract policy debates. They are fights over whether your eyeballs stay private or become a commercial product being sold to the highest bidder. Fifth, vote with your wallet. Here's what this whole story really means. Apple's delay isn't about engineering or manufacturing timelines. It's about a choice. It's about Apple deciding that some products aren't worth shipping if shipping them means betraying the privacy values the company claims to actually stand for. That's either genuinely principled or it's brilliant marketing that reinforces Apple's brand position. Probably it's both. What actually matters for you is this. In the next few years, when smart glasses become normal and common, when everyone around you is wearing glasses with cameras built in and eye tracking running and AI analyzing everything they look at, you're going to have choices about which ones to use. Some of those choices will prioritize your privacy. Some will treat your privacy as a disposable data source. And that difference will matter in ways that aren't obvious until you're 5 years deep into wearing them every day. The smart glasses that ship first won't necessarily be the smart glasses that matter in the long run. The ones that respected privacy might win eventually, or they might not. The market doesn't always reward good behavior, but Apple's delay sends a signal. Privacy in smart glasses isn't a feature you add later when regulators complain. It's a foundational design problem you have to solve from the very beginning or don't solve at all. Keep watching how this unfolds over the next few years.